are back to Football 101. Yes, we are back with a brand new show after the NFL playoff games. That's right. Oh, yes, I have some breaking news coming. I'm so excited about the news, but not about after the NFC division playoff. As you know, yes, I waited for a while. As you know, my Tampa Bay Bucs did not survive the last-minute field goal from the Rams, and the Bucs and Brady and Gronk have been eliminated from this year's playoff run. We made a great run. I said we. The Bucs, Brady, and Gronk were NFC South champions, division champions, and they won the first round of the wild card playoff against the Eagles. But the luck ran out during the last game, this past game against the LA Rams. And of course, that was not my anticipation, the outcome. And let me just say that the game really was a game of two halves. As you know, the first half, Brady and the Bucs just could not score any points. Brady was not in the groove, and I'm going to give you analysis of the reason why. And then they turned it on at the very end of the game and had a chance to really pull out the game. They tied the game with less than a minute left. And their defense gave up some big plays to Cooper Kupp. And they got into field goal range, and that's how the Rams won. And even in the press conference, let me just say, in the press conference, Brady stood up there and admitted that, he was just not clicking with the wide receivers. He was not, hitting the routes. And you can tell the reason why. You can see the reasons why. Again, he's playing with the second, third teamers. Come on, y'all. There was no chemistry with the backup wide receivers. They even had Cameron Brate, the tight end, playing slot receiver. There was no Antonio Brown. He's gone. There was no Godwin, superstar Godwin. He was gone. So Brady is left with backups and Mike Evans and Gronk. So you could just tell that they were not clicking the first half. And it was an uphill battle. I give the Rams props for staying close in their defense. And I give props to initially the Bucs defense, but the defense, let me just say their secondary is bad. They just played poorly the entire second half of the season, and it really showed in this game. So I'm not making excuses, but it's the tape show. See, the Beetle takes the time to look at the tape. The Beetle takes the time to look at the press conference. And even Bruce Arians, the head coach, said he didn't know what was going on the last minute of the game. He didn't know what defenses were called, which left Cooper Kupp wide open. Makes no sense. But again, it happens. It's playoffs. What can you say? But one thing I can say, Bucs are still champions. Yeah, Tampa Bay Bucs are still Super Bowl champions. And yes, Brady, Gronk, after 1 year, became leaving Patriot land. And yes, they're still champions. So the big question is, I'm getting to the point right now. See, I gave you a quick summary of the game. Now the big point is, will Brady and Gronk return for another year? We're having a lot of named superstars retire. Ben Roethlisberger just retired today after 18 years. Oh my, from MU. Yes, Big Ben, Steelers, retired. It was time. It was time. Sorry, Ben. It was time. And we also had Peyton. Sean Payton, the head coach of the New Orleans Saints, stepped down and leave. He said he had enough. But he still wants to coach in another few years. I just think he knew it was a disaster in New Orleans. He's gonna hook up with another team in another couple of years. But you can see Sean Payton just had enough in New Orleans. So props to Sean. I'm not the biggest fan of Sean Payton, but props to Sean Payton for stepping down. And it was an emotional press conference. I understand it. He realized there was no win in New Orleans right now. He's stepping down, cooling out. He needs time off. You can tell it. And so Sean Payton, he'll be back in another couple of years, but it's good. Props to Sean Payton to stepping down. And now the big question is, will Tom Brady and Gronk come back for another year? All the speculation is out there. Tom Brady made a big press conference the night of, then the day after, and then on his radio show, and I watched what Gronk said after the game. And guess what? I searched all my outlets, all my informants during the past week, and even Brady said it's going to be a family decision. It's going to be a family decision with regards to whether he's going to come back. Play the tape. Now here we go. Brady says all the right things. Let me just say, my boy Brady says all the right things. Gronk says all the right things. But guess what? Drum roll, please. He's coming back! Brady, Gronk are coming back for one more year. Guaranteed. One more year. Brady will be 45 years old. Yeah, 45 years old. Gronk will be right there too. And the reason why is that they want Brady and Gronk know how to do business. That's right, business. They see, and very astute, playing this business of the NFL, which is a business. Let's not get, I don't get caught up in all the hype anymore. No, I don't. It's all about business, and Brady understands, Gronk understands that this is about business. That's the reason why he left New England. He left New England. The Patriots always undercutting his salary. Brady always giving up his salary just to keep players. And when it was time to ask for more money, Patriots couldn't even divvy up any extra money for the GOAT. Is that ridiculous? So now, and look at Gronk. Took time off, actually retired, came back, because Brady. And now they want to go out together. Why? Because they want to go up in 5 years in the Hall of Fame together. They're not going to be separate. They are not going to separate themselves. So one more year for Brady and Gronk. And another reason why, guess what? Brady just launched a clothing line. Yeah. Brady just launched the clothing line called Brady. just at the end of this 2 weeks ago. He just launched it. So you know he wants to make the money for next year, promoting the Brady clothing line. Give me a break. And Gronk just signed a lucrative contract with another sports line. So you got to look between the lines. They're signing deals right and left. So make it one more year so they can truly make the big money. Not just in their contract, but away from the game. And guess where Brady is learning how to play the business game? He's learning it from Giselle. Yeah, Giselle has taught Brady a few things about business. Yes, his wife taught him a few things about business. Hey, it's all about business when you get to a certain level. And even Brady tried to bring in Antonio Brown to get that Super Bowl this year. And Antonio Brown, yes, I'm going to say something about AB. Antonio Brown messed it up. Hello, see you, AB. I told you he was going to. I told you guys he was going to mess things up when he got dished by Pittsburgh. Tomlin did the right thing to get rid of AB back in just a few years ago, several years ago. But Brady, being Mr. Nice Brady, said, I'm going to bring him in. I'm going to rehabilitate him. No. Let me just say, certain players you just let go. They don't understand business. That's right. They don't understand business. So what I'm saying right now, Football 101 is almost guaranteeing that Brady and Gronk will return for one more year. That's right. Don't forget, they are champions. Regardless what happens next year, they are still Super Bowl champions. How many times? 7 times. Hello. 7 times. So give me a break. I'm banking on Brady and Gronk cashing in next year, retiring after next year, and in 5 years go up to the NFL Hall of Fame and go in together. They've already made this plan. Let's be real and let's call it for what it is. So the NFL, it's a cutthroat industry, cutthroat business. It's really sad to see how the NFL treats its players. So you have to look after yourself. And that's what Brady and Gronk are doing, looking after themselves. Rightly so, after so many years giving up their heart and soul to the game. And particularly to Patriot Way. So now they're in Tampa Bay. And I still predict one more year for Tampa Bay. One more year, Bruce Arians, head coach. And there's going to be change on the coaching staff. And they're going to have to change out a number of their free agents. Because it's just, the free agents got to go. But let me just say, if there's one person you must keep, is Godwin, the wide receiver. He is the key. If they divvy up the money to Godwin, Brady and Gronk have a chance. But you need that key wide receiver. They better sign Godwin, because otherwise they don't have a chance in heck to make the Super Bowl run next year. So this is a plea for signing Godwin for a mega contract, franchise Godwin for one more year. 1 year. One more time. And then Brady and Gronk will go out together. One more year. So this is the Beetle. This is football 101. Yes, believe it or not, things are not that bad. It's all business, man. We're not getting all hyped up about the loss. We just see this as business. Football players, they see it as business. It's time to make some money, but it's time to protect yourself. This is the Beetle. This is football 101. Telling it like it is. Have a good time. See y'all. We out.